As you make changes to a design, your callouts may need the change as well. Fortunately, AutoCAD makes it easy to modify a multileader's text, placement or appearance. Let's take a look. On my screen I have a detailed drawing that represents a fire hydrant installation, and I'd like to change some of the callouts in this file. I'll start by zooming in on the top portion of the drawing. To edit the text associated with the multileader, simply double click on the text object. This gives you full access to the text editor. I'm going to click at the end of my note and I'll add some more text. When finished, I'll click on screen to close the editor. We can also reposition multi-leaders if necessary. As you can see, I have some overlap going on here. To move this leader on top, I'll click to select it, and then I can use these grips around the outside of the text to reposition it. I'm going to click the grip in the upper left corner. I'll move the text out and then I'll click to place it. I'm going to select this grip again because I want to show you that as you move this around, AutoCAD will do its best to make sure that the leader doesn't cross over the text object. If I move this far enough to the left, the text jumps to the other side of the leader. Notice we have additional grip options. If I select the grip at the end of the arrowhead, I can reposition the arrowhead. If I select the triangular grip, I can change the length of the landing line. As you add a grip, be mindful of your running object snaps. Notice that my cursor is below the landing line. If I move my cursor up too high, my running object snap takes over and I can no longer edit this grip. When I'm finished adjusting this callout, I'll press Escape to deselect. I'm going to zoom out and I will pan the drawing down and I'll center it on this note that says concrete block. Here I would like to add a leader because I have some additional concrete blocks over here to the right. To do that, I'll select the leader and then I'll hover over this square grip at the end of the landing. This brings up a menu with some additional editing options. From here I'll select Add Leader and then I'll click to place a leader in the bottom concrete block, and then I'll place one in the block above it. I can add as many leaders as I like at this point. In fact, if I try to create a leader on the left side of the object, you can see the leader will snap to that side as well. I'm going to press Escape. Now what if I'd like to remove a leader? In that case, I'll hover over the grip at the end of the arrowhead, and from this menu I'll choose Remove Leader. Be sure to hover over some of the other grips and explore the additional options, just like with dimensions. Multi-leaders can also be edited using the right-click menu. If I select multi-leaders, right-click, I'll find additional editing options here. Not only can I add or remove a leader, but I would change the style associated with this leader, or I can create a brand new multi-leader style from this callout. I'm going to press Escape a few times to close the menus and deselect the object. I'm going to pan the drawing over such that we can see the note that says Compacted Sand. In this case, I'd like to change the appearance of this callout. Maybe I would like to change the arrowhead. Rather than creating a completely new style for one leader, I'm going to select this one and I'll come over the Properties palette. Mine happens to be anchored to the interface. If yours is not, you can press Ctrl 1 to bring your palette up on screen. And if I drag the slider down, we'll find all of the settings that are associated with the multi-leader style. This means I can customize this leader independently of its current style. I'll click in the arrowhead setting and I'll change this to dot. When I'm finished, I'll press Escape to deselect. Let's make one more change. I'm going to pan this down to the top of the drawing, and let's say that this lettering note is important. I'd like this to stand out. Once again, I don't want to create an entirely new multi-leader style for one leader. So I'll select this. I'll come back over the Properties palette and I'm going to drag the slider all the way to the bottom. And I'll set the text frame value to yes. When I'm finished, I'll press Escape and then I'll double click my mouse wheel to do a zoom extents. As you can see, using the text editor, grips and Properties palette, you can easily keep multi-leaders updated such that they always match the needs of your design.